Good morning, it's 10:30, April 27th. We're in Bridgetown, Nova Scotia. Good morning, it's 10:30, April 27th. 2026. We're in Bridgetown, Nova Scotia. Spring has sprung, and as you can see, the town is starting to become a little bit more lively. It's time for everybody to start coming out of the winter dormancy and starting to tackle a few yard chores, a few house chores. But for me and Abby today, we're going to take a little stroll and check out what they consider what's called Roxbury Falls. It's just on the outside of Bridgetown, on the other side of the river, on the south side of the river, on the 201. Just a little ways, probably a half a kilometer up the Roxbury Road. There's a short little trail that takes us down, and being such a nice little morning here, me and Abby's kind of we're gonna get out and stretch our legs a little. So we had to make a small little adjustment to things. There was a really high-pitched squeal coming off of how I had the camera mounted. So we had to make a small little adjustment. So now we carry on. As you can see, things have significantly started to green up in the last day or so. Yesterday was an absolute beautiful day on Sunday. I took that chance to tackle some of my garden. I got one side partially where I want it to be, where I was able to get my covering. So I got topsoil, and then I got like one of those weed mesh barrier layers. Some people use like cardboard. I fell for the... So far it hasn't been a problem for me, but I put one of those mesh barriers. And then a light, what I consider to be a light layer of just small little pea gravel, little pea stones, the white rock. Had that over top of, just kind of to reduce the heat rather than having mulch right next to the house. I chose little pea gravel. But just being inexperienced, being first time at creating those gardens, I may have overdid it with the amount of pea gravel that I put on it. and just over the years, the gravel plus the winter combined weight of the snow, it's too much, and I've had to take off all the pea gravel, and now I've got to take off, I'm just giving it a day or so where I'm going to let the ground kind of dry up a little bit, because in all honesty, that pea gravel with the mesh barrier underneath of it created quite almost like a vapor lock. It didn't allow it to breathe very well. I think it did well in the spring or in the summertime. It was why, like, the garden was able to hold a lot of moisture, and kind of did pretty well when a lot of the other stuff last year just died right off. But it's also come with its challenges for kind of prepping the garden every year. Instead of doing minor prep, it's more of a major project that you can't really get into every year. So I'm trying to figure a way around that. I don't want to get into cardboard just because I don't want to get into the situation where the pea gravel mixes with the soil. And I know over time the cardboard will break down and the pea gravel will go down into the soil. But I don't think I need to double or triple up the layer of weed barrier that I had. And I definitely don't need as much pea gravel on top of it. So I'm hoping with those changes alone, it should give me a little bit more longevity into this garden instead of having to do quite a bit of maintenance almost routinely. Like, when you consider that garden's only 5 years old and I'm having to pull the entire top off it and basically lay it back down again, add soil and lay it back down and refinish it. That's quite an undertaking, really, when you consider the whole thing without trying to kill off or really disturb the plants. So hopefully I can make it so that it gives me a little bit of a bigger break and a bit more longevity in the life of the garden without having to intervene into it so much. So now we're going to take a left. This is the 201. We're on the south side of the Annapolis River, on the south side of Paradise. But very much still paradise. I think Gabby's a little excited. She's going from window to window back here. It's the first day I would really say of, I don't know, I consider this probably almost summer for me. T-shirt, shorts. Got the top off the Jeep. It's about as nice a spring day as you can ask for. And if you're curious, I come across this on the app All Trails on my iPhone. And you can search up lake trails, you can search up waterfall trails, hiking trails, and they give you a pretty good pretty good difficulty rating. They're all GPS marked and mapped out. The mileage, kind of recommendations, tips, stuff like that from people that's done them. And it ties in, it uses an entire GPS system, so like I was able to use this app right from my doorstep, and it's bringing me right to where the trailhead should start. So to me that seems like a pretty good deal. And if you're somebody that kind of likes to get out and see the outdoors, and this is kind of what you do to make the best of your days, then maybe maybe All Trails, that might be something you might want to check out. And it shows you a pretty good so this right here on the right, this is the trail we're going to head down. Seems to be a pretty nice little marked trail. There's a gate at the top of it, and as you can see, there's a nice little spot to turn around. I mean, this is a Jeep, but it's not like a lifted Jeep or anything like that. It's just it's a stock Jeep, so you might want to maybe walk this last couple hundred meters or whatever, but I mean, I would still consider it able to drive a car up here, but depending on how much you think of your car. So come, Abby, honey. She's very excited. To be honest with you, I am too. It's going to be a nice little hike. Abby, come. Some big pine trees. I love listening to her sniff. She takes such big sniffs when she's smelling stuff. It's hilarious. Love it. She lives it to the fullest. You can hear the water already. Abby, sweetie, come. Hi, sweetheart. So I'm taking bets. How long are we thinking before she hops right in the water? What's the time frame we given? I'm going like 6 minutes from now. I don't think she'll be at that. Once she sees the water, I think she'll be in the water. It's a nice little spot down in here. This isn't it, but I think this is on the upper side of it. Abby, come. It's a little bit muddy, but some fallers on four-wheelers have been having. Not a bad spot to be. Not what I'm thinking. Pretty nice spot to be in the morning. So far, Abby's only had a small little swim, a little dip in. I'm kind of surprised. I honestly thought that she would, that she'd go all in, but we're not out of here yet, so we shall see. But we're gonna wrap up this portion of it and just kind of take the rest of the time just to meander around, have a little fun, and have the time for ourselves. So if you've watched up until now, thank you very much. I appreciate you so much. Don't we, Abby? Hopefully we'll see you on the next one. Enjoy the rest of your day. Try not to waste them. This was literally 10 seconds after we stood up from being sat down. Oh. So as you can see, I never got out of the woods. We never made it back to the Jeep without her getting in. But I'm all right with it because that's what we came for. See you on the next one. Bye for now.